Welcome everyone to subscriber scaling 5-day training. We are start of day 1. And you guys are paired up in a bunch of teams so that as you guys finish the homework, the collective team who wins will get to win free software from me and also a chance to work with me for the rest of the year inside of the implementation program. But before we get into that, if you're just jumping on and you're like, what is this 5-day training? I'm just gonna dive into it in just a second, but just a couple of house rules. If you're just jumping in and you don't know where all the replays are, what the videos are, make sure that if you're on the computer, it's up in the guide section on the mobile device, and it's if you're on the PC or Mac, it's on the guide section to the left or to the right. I'm super excited to dive into this training in the next 5 days with you guys. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you guys are here, hashtag live, if you're excited to be alive, and hashtag software, simple software, if you are here to be able to handle owning your software by the end of the 5 days. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and we will dive right on into it. And let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you tuning in from California? You're tuning in from what? Are you tuning? I have people tuning in from Canada. Are you tuning in from the UK? Let me know where do you represent? What location do you represent as you're going through these 5-day trainings? So this is Subscriber Scaling Live. It's bringing your simple software vision to life and actually scale with subscribers, creating monthly passive reoccurring income without learning how to code or spending a dime on paid ads. If you're tired of throwing down money to a bunch of paid ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and you don't see the difference in your income, in your lifestyle, let me know. And if you're sick of that, hashtag I'm sick of it, Kim. And so what is Subscriber Scaling Live? Every single weekday we'll go live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 5-day training where I will teach you everything you need to know on how to launch your own Chrome extension business in order to scale your subscribers in any niche or niche. If you say niche, let me know, hashtag 1 if you say niche. If you say niche, hashtag 2 if you say niche. Let me know how you say that word. And every single person in this 5-day training will have a white glove service. We've opened up our team for you. So if you are not connected with one of my team members, hashtag concierge, and my team member will be able to reach you and make sure they guide you through this 5-day training and answer whatever questions you have. So hashtag concierge if you're already not connected to one of my team members. We have Naweed, we have David on our team, we have Angel, we have Michael. So let me know if you are not connected to a team member, because we're giving you the white glove service throughout these 5-day training. This training is a foundation of a strategy that has enabled business owners to explode their influence and allow normal, everyday folks to learn passive income for the rest of their lives, owning their own software without being a technical CEO. But I do have an implementation and accountability program that we will talk more about on day 4. This is day 1. This training works in a fragile economy. It's recession-proof. This model works even in the middle of a pandemic, especially now that things are opening back up. You know, thank goodness, right? But during times when things were closed, we have seen a surge in people rushing online. Now that they're comfortable online, there's even more people online than ever. So this is the exact amazing time for you to be able to capitalize and take advantage and leverage this opportunity to go and own your own online solution. So when they're rushing online, they're rushing to using your tool. But first, I want to ask you, do you guys know what a Chrome extension is? Hey, Tony. Hey, James. Hey, guys. Hey, Ahmed. Yes. Let me know if you know what a Chrome extension is and if you've ever heard of this little company. Hashtag honey if you heard of it, and hashtag no clue if you're like, Kim, I have no clue what that is. What is that thing over there? So let me know if you heard of this little company, Honey. Honey is a Chrome extension. So first, let's make sure that you know what a Chrome extension is. If you know, let me know. Hashtag yes, Kim, I understand what a Chrome extension is. And hashtag no clue if you're like, I've never heard of it before. So a Chrome extension can be small, like a little tiny, simple honey that saves you money. Honey saves you money. Whenever you go to a website, honey pops up and it's like, hey, you know what? You can save like $13 if you go and buy it from this other website over here that's also an Amazon seller over here, because you're already on Amazon. And you're like, what? I can save money? Great. So that's what one Chrome extension. And this Chrome extension was sold to PayPal for $4 billion, mostly in cash. I'm going to say it again with the ASMR. PayPal was sold, honey was sold to PayPal for $4 billion, mostly in cash. $4 billion. So if you're like, well, a Chrome extension is not a big deal, Kim, well, this shows you that a Chrome extension can be teeny tiny and it can be very powerful. All right, and let me know who has heard of this company, this little logo on the side here. Let me know if you have heard of this company before. Hey, yes, Abdullah says yes. Honey, Ahmed says honey. Yes, all small bills too. And maybe waste the Microsoft. This is a company called Microsoft. So Microsoft got its big break. This company got its start selling tools for programmers, but its big break came in 1980 when it licensed MS-DOS to IBM for the use. So it actually bought a company. It didn't even code. It's called MS-DOS, and that's when it exploded. It licensed out. It licensed out software it purchased. It didn't even code. It didn't go and do that in-house. So I'm gonna take us back to this lesson in a little bit. So remember this moment. Remember that Microsoft blew up into the empire they are today because they licensed out their software that they didn't own, but they bought. And there are Chrome extensions for Netflix, for Instagram, for Amazon. The great thing about Chrome extensions is you don't need to create an Amazon to be able to benefit from all the traffic, all of the money they spent in creating the traffic towards having people come to Amazon. Before we get started, I'll quickly show you people who have learned and applied my system without running paid ads. Zaki Ahmed launched his extension, Comment Funnels. He did $7,000 in sales within 1.5 weeks. Will Bernard says, so this is what happened during the pandemic. He made $3,248. Franco now has over 1,000 subscribers, paying him $97 a month. That's almost $100,000 months for Franco. Andrew did $1,400 in 2 days. Antonio did $1,200 in 4 weeks. Robert McCorkle did $20,000 in 5 months. RJ Ahmed now has done over $25,000, making $2,000 a month when he lives in Pakistan as a 22-year-old adult. Malik Joshi made over $1,000 a month with 95% profit margin. JR did now over $48,000. Derek says, hey, special thanks to Kim Dang. Her program works. So we have countless testimonials for you to look at on your own free time. And I want to say this. I'm not anti-affiliate marketing or anti-YouTube subscribers or anti-Instagram subscribers. But I will teach you how to have your own subscribers, a list no one can take away from you, where each and every number will count. We will have and I want to ask you this question right now. Will having subscribers on YouTube alone make you money? And I have been to conferences where people have like 40,000 YouTube subscribers. Does that mean that every single YouTube subscriber is paying you a certain amount per month? Well, having a following on Instagram, you know each person is paying you a monthly recurring income. Let me know right now. The truth is probably a resounding no, much less reoccurring, consistent income, right? I know people who have large followings who are broke. My friend, she has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and before the pandemic, she was a waiter. So not broke, but like not making the income you think that they're making. But with software, it's a whole other story, because even if you have 100 subscribers, and every single person is paying you just a measly $29.99 a month, like they did for Robert, you're making close to $3,000 a month. So this is Robert saying, hey, don't sleep on this opportunity. I'm close to 100 subscribers with $29.99 a month, and I did a super soft launch 6 weeks ago. This is almost $3,000 a month in the course of 6 weeks. Just because people said yes to paying $29.99 a month, and there's only 100 of them. So I want you to forget everything you learned in the past about what it takes to own and run your own simple software company, because I will teach you my proven system where you can actually have subscribers of your own, tapping into the basics of sales and marketing. I'm about to put you 100% in control of your own list, a buyer list that can provide you passive income for the rest of your lives. If you're all about that and you're ready for it, hashtag passive income, let me know. If you're like, Kim, I am done trying all these other things that have not worked. I want to be able to take control of my time freedom and own my own simple software business, where even if 100 people pay me $29.99 a month, that's $3,000 a month income coming in. That is still good. And let me know, what would you do if $3,000 a month was coming in every single month for you passively? Would you pay off your mortgage? Would you would you go and buy that car payment, buy that car that you wanted because you know the payment plan you could pay for with $3,000 a month? Are you going to go and buy that TV you wanted or invest in yourself with $3,000? Are you going to hire a virtual assistant with it? Let me know. Yes, Tony says hashtag passive income. Awesome. Get drunk over and over. Okay, Tony. And yes, this business model works during a recession. So even during a recession, as you can see in the timeline, I did $1,700. It was only 13 purchases on one 10-minute Facebook Live of my software challenge convert. Charlie CRM, we launched it during the recession, $2,500 within 1 week. And Charlie CRM has signups every single week now. And these are actual numbers. These are actual people paying $15 a month, $98 a year, $23 a month. We launched this during the times when everyone is shutting down. When everyone is zigging, we want to zag. When everyone is like shrinking, we want to be loud. So, all right, yes, traveling is my kick, says Abdullah. Awesome. And my story, you may already know me, but for those who don't know me, this is me. I am on the right-hand side. That is me with the yellow flower. My parents, my dad is on the left-hand side. He's never made more than $16.50 an hour his whole life. And that's my mom. They're both retired now, and they don't know how to speak English. I did not come from an entrepreneurial background. My dad was in the Vietnam War. He fought against the communists, and he lost. And he was in jail for 9 years. So when we went to America, we barely had any kind of no money. We lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. And my parents were poor immigrant parents. This training is all about you. So I'm going to go through this very quickly because I know you're like, yeah, Kim, that's great, but let me get to the training. So they wanted me to become a doctor. They wanted me to become a good doctor, become a doctor, honor the family, and I was told no by top consultants that I would never make it, that I would have to save hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to even get into my first business. But I saved up all my money, moved to the desert, and started a car parts company. Looking at me now, you're like, Kim, what? Car parts? I thought we were talking about software here. Why are we talking about car parts? I want to show you where I came from, where it wasn't always just like, internet money, internet income, so easy. It was hard blood, sweat, and tears. It was days in the warehouse. My days were filled with sand, with dirt, with oil. It was very laborious. And I worked my butt off to finally have this. So now I want to ask you, why are you working as hard as you're working? Why are you showing up today to a training where you will learn to create passive income with your own simple software? What is it that you are working so hard for? What is your why? My why is a life of adventure and time freedom. I want to be able to craft a life of my own that is not dependent upon someone saying, you got to show up, you got to do this, you got to do that. So let me know right now, is it your family that you're working so hard for? Is it your daughter, your son? Is it because you want to retire your parents? Is it because you want to be able to finally travel when things are opening back up, right? You're like, man, I have not even been traveling even before that. And I really want to be able to do that. Something happened though, or else I wouldn't be talking to you guys today, right? Something happened. I got a notice in the mail and they're like, Kim, you know that warehouse, the second warehouse you have? Well, we're going to just give it to someone else. We're renting it to someone else. And I had to scramble around. I had to go and lose over $200,000 of inventory. I was given 3 months to do this. I had to get to work. I went online to find the answer because I'm like, I'm not safe. The land is owned by someone else. The business can just go under. If this is the only business I have, I am not safe. And if you ever felt like the rug is pulled underneath you, especially in maybe affiliate marketing, when you're like promoting other people's products and all of a sudden the rules change and you're left with the rug pulled out underneath you, let me know if that has ever happened to you. You were with a business partner and the business went away and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to be able to have something that doesn't rely on me showing up every single day all the time. So I went online to find the answer. I talked to a bunch of people. Let me know if you recognize any of these. Spencer Meekum made over $1 million with affiliate marketing on ClickFunnels. Blake Newbar made over $1 million with digital products. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? What's working? And I saw the power in helping just 1 or 2 people and that impact spread. Then I did something that's crazy to me. I found an underserved community, and I'm going to wrap this around to why this applies to you. I found an underserved community of users who I feel like I could better help by creating a different version of their product. And that's when my first Chrome extension was born. QuickLinkConvert. It lets you collect emails from your Facebook group. And I decided I couldn't just sit around and put in requests and things would change. I wanted features for this myself, and I knew the creators weren't open to suggestions, so I embarked upon creating my own version. That's when I released it and people went nuts. I immediately started selling. You can see there's like no money made until the end of 2018. And suddenly it just came in. So within a few weeks, I saw I was making over than 1,000 monthly recurring income without any extra effort. So imagine this. What if you publish your extension, you have your little simple software, it costs you a few $100. My GroupConvert costs $380 just to start. So I thought, okay, it's making me over $1,000 and it cost me a few hundred. So now what if I tried this for a year? What are the possibilities? And I plunged into creating more extensions, and I didn't know of any kind of coding. If you're an everyday folk like me, you do not know how to code. Let me know if you're also an everyday folk. You're like, Kim, I do not know how to code. #no code. If you're like, Kim, I don't know how to code. How do I spit out all these extensions? I then went on to make 4 more. I didn't know how to code. I had a developer make it, and within the span of 2 months, they're all powerful. They're GroupConvert. If you guys are familiar with GroupConvert or your user #GC, represent if you are a user of GroupConvert and you're like, Kim, I've been collecting a bunch of emails from your Chrome extension. I love it. Or let me know in the comments. And I had a user actually tap me on the shoulder and say, Kim, because of your Chrome extension, I was able to make $4,000 more dollars a day because I was able to speak to my group. And they bought my course 4 more courses a day than usual. And I was blown away. And then I went on it and created a partnership program that enabled influencers to use GroupConvert. And at that level, they were paying me $297 a month. So when you're like, wait a minute. How did you make over $1,000 a month right away within a week? What happened? I'm going to talk about how you can do this for yourself with creating a partnership program with your simple software. So it's not just $10 a month. It's not just $17 a month or $30 a month. It can be $297 a month for you. It can be $500 a month for you. And I did that immediately after that, after QuickLinkConvert, after I published a Chrome extension. And from there, this screenshot shows you that, hey, like, this is actually real. And I just don't want to be like talking and not showing you, hey, this is real. This happens, and you can make that income that you deserve. QuickLinkConvert is another extension. And the reason why I'm telling you about all these other extensions is because I want you to know the possibility. The biggest questions I get asked from you during the training inside of my implementation program is my idea possible? And what kind of idea can I even have? So this is where I'm going to be answering those questions for you. What is possible with Chrome extensions? Let me know right now if you already have an idea brewing in your head, #brew. If it's brewing in your head, you're like, oh man, I always want to get into software. I've always wanted to be able to own my own software company where everyone's paying me every single month and I don't need to do much with it. And I have an idea coming. If you have no clue, this training is specifically also for you, because this is where we'll get your brain juices going, all right? So let me know. Yes, Glenn is like, dang, Kim. Glenn, do you have an idea? Mita says time freedom, amazing. Okay, so QuickLinkConvert is another extension. It lets you quickly grab links from your Google Sheet. Who here has visited their Google Sheet a million times to grab all the links, or they go to a notepad, or they go to, let me know. Whenever someone's like, what's your link for this? What's your link for that? Instead of me going to another window, I just opening up inside of the Chrome extension. So this is something that's possible with a Chrome extension. It lets you quickly grab my links. And when I grab links and I give the link, they're like, okay, I'm going to sign up for your thing. Where's your link? Okay, I'm going to buy a ticket to your live event. We have a live event coming up at this multi-million-dollar mansion in Vegas in August, the 19th. And people are like, hey, Kim, what's your link for that? I can quickly grab it, give it to them. Instagram post to PC Chrome extension. So another thing that you can do with your extension is that you can capitalize on the fact that Instagram people, there are thousands of people still searching for how do you post to Instagram from their computer. They do not know how to do that, and this is a solution. So I created this. Ad extractor lets you extract Facebook ads from your dashboard. My own extension lets you go ahead and have a Linktree Chrome extension. So if you have a big audience or a medium audience, your people will know how to get back to you. Like, where's your funnel? Where's your YouTube video? Where's your mastermind Facebook group? Peter Peru uses this, myownextension.com. So it's like a Linktree extension. You can also use Chrome extensions to clone WordPress, clone GrooveFunnels. This one is one that I had my developer create, and it lets you clone ClickFunnels pages. So have you ever thought about like cloning like type of Chrome extensions? Let me know. Would you like to clone whatever it is, Kartra, GrooveFunnels, ClickFunnels? A Chrome extension allows you to do that. I knew there was something in this space that I struck upon this solution that will help everyday 9-to-5 folks, as well as people who really, truly want their time back, that time freedom back. And what started out as this simple, tiny online class, my head was like, you know what? Even if I made $1,500 right now and I barely got started, I'm just going to start teaching. I am just going to launch it. I launched my implementation program, and I started teaching a few people. And what started out as a little tiny simple online class became this community. Not only passive income was spreading out to my students, but also influence. When you go to a conference, when you go out there into the world, when you even talk to your friend, and when you are on a date and the other person on the other side of the table, they're like, what do you do? And you can answer, I'm the CEO of my own software company. How would that change the way people look at you? And that's what happened with Franco. He published Pepper, and He's like, when I go into a room now, I feel like they owe me. They owe me instead because I can help them so much with my Chrome extension. And I was asked to speak about this. So time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. I want you to feel reassured that you don't need to spend the next 10 years. I'll teach you exactly what worked for me. Honest, no fluff. If you guys are paired up with your concierge, hashtag concierge, it's a member of my team, so that we get you connected to your group. Every single person participating in this training in the next 5 days is going to have amazing support to get all your questions answered, to be paired up, to have accountability during these 5 days, because information alone doesn't really do much, right? Like there's a bunch of free YouTube out there, a bunch of free videos, but it's implementation that really will push you forward. So we're pairing you up with a team member and a whole team during these 5 days. So if you're not paired up yet, hashtag concierge, and my team will pair you up with your team. You don't need to spend 10 years. I'll teach you how to do this. So after doing this for years, I realized there's a very specific way to do this in order to do this 100% right, okay? And I'm going to show you the exact formula and leave no questions left unanswered. But before I tell you what that formula is, I want you guys to do something for me, okay? Let me know if you can do me that favor. I want you to take a moment, take a deep breath, breathe it in, and imagine this. Imagine multiple streams of income, creating multi-generational wealth. This is information you can pass on to your children, to your grandchildren. Imagine building a business even when we have a crisis, when people are closing and shutting their business down. The types of businesses that have flourished and surged are the ones with the online tools, because in the time of the gold rush, who are the people who win? The people who either are digging, or are they the ones selling the picks and the shovels, the tools, right? Imagine having a more consistent cash flow, not starting from zero every single month. Who here feels like they have to go hunt every single month for that next income, that like paycheck to paycheck? Let me know if you're like, oh man, I would love to have more consistent cash flow. Now listen, if you've been searching for a positive return on your investment and you haven't found something as lucrative or with higher return on investment, if you tried affiliate marketing, you've tried selling other people's stuff, and you just don't feel right selling someone else's stuff, just that doesn't sit well with you, or you've been running affiliate deals and all of a sudden things change and your affiliate marketing business goes to nothing. If you've managed to take in enough information that you now find yourself completely and utterly lost, or if you're financially set with your job, but you feel completely drowning in the box life, you're like, I make quite a bit, Kim, but is this all it's meant to be in my life? I want to say it's not your fault. You've been sold on opportunities and they didn't give you the whole thing, all trying to make a buck off of the information alone. But information alone doesn't do anything. That's why we created this free training. That's why you're paired up with your team during these 5 days. That's why my team member, we're opening up our team for you, and every single person has a specific concierge, hashtag concierge if you're not connected yet. Have you already thought about having your own software? And are you worried about, let me know if this is a legitimate worry. You're worried, will your software idea ever work? If you have an idea, will anyone even buy? Let me know if that's your worry. Hashtag relate if you're like, I relate to this. If you're worried about, will my developer leave me hanging? Have you ever been ghosted? Like you went on the online internet and you're like, hey, I paid for this person to make this thing, and then you're like, oh man, I was left hanging. They like really didn't answer my messages. If you're worried about failing, that you've been paralyzed with inaction, you're scared because you're thinking that starting your own simple software business means hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. Let me know if that's your worry. Hashtag relate if that's your worry. You can stop worrying because I got you. We got you, because the truth is you don't need traditional venture capital. You don't need, it's no longer the days of you have to fly to San Francisco, live there in order to meet some some angel investor, right? You don't need that anymore. You don't need a big team. You can do this lean. You can even do this solo. You don't need a lot of money to get started. If you're thinking you need hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to try something that maybe will work, that's no longer the case. You don't have to be a camera person. Especially with software, you don't have to be like, you see me going live. I have clients and students who don't even go live at all once, or even have a Facebook group. So you don't have to be a camera person. You don't need to have mastered marketing. You don't need to have charisma. You don't have to be like Steve Jobs in order to do this. You don't have to be a techie person, because you don't need to even know how to code. There are hundreds and thousands of developers online that we can leverage in order to bring your vision to life. All you have to do is stop worrying. The antidote to anxiety is action. Who has heard of this quote? And who is ready to stop worrying? Like, okay, Kim, I don't want to worry about this ever again. I will teach you my whole system, how to implement it, and the actual tasks you need to perform. So never buy a program that promises to teach you this, but always has a missing component to make you pay more, because I will spill it all. All right. The secret key to a lifetime of subscribers giving you passive income and sales is the subscriber scaling formula. It's the idea, the developer, and the subscribers. If I can solve the problem of how do you come up with an idea where you know there's going to be subscribers, you know people will want it. If I can solve that problem for you, and if I can solve the problem of how do you find a rock star developer to bring your vision to life, if I can solve that problem for you in these 5 days, and if I can solve the problem of how do you launch, how do you even get subscribers, what does getting subscribers even look like? If I can solve that problem, and how do you consistently get subscribers, do you see that all you need is this formula to help you succeed? Would you like me to show you how to master this process in the next couple of days, where I figure out how to help you find the idea, the developer, and the subscribers in order to unlock a lifetime of software sales and passive income for the rest of your life? Let me know if you are ready for that #unlock. And nothing I'm going to show you in the next days would even matter if you do not commit to this, to the IDS system I'm about to teach you and what you learned this week. So homework number one, and this is a homework I'm going to make sure if you want to qualify to get a free ride, to get a scholarship to work with us for the rest of the year, make sure that you go ahead, and I want to see your lovely faces. I want to see your face in your house, in your room, we are sitting right now. Imagine this. You're sitting in the same seat as your 7-figure CEO, software CEO company. It's the same seat of your multi-million-dollar software company, because all you need is a functioning internet, your computer or laptop, and that's it, and the power of the internet. So make sure that we are just not a name on a Zoom screen, on a Facebook group. We are actual, every one of us are actual, like we have our own stories, we have our own world. I want to see your faces. So make sure you pull out your phone, you take a selfie picture with this commitment statement in the background, or you post this commitment statement inside of this group in order to qualify for the scholarships, to qualify to win the software prizes I'm giving away. Make sure that you do this. This is the one thing I need you to do this before midnight today, and make sure that you communicate with your team. We're going to do, if you are already not part of your team, it's a group chat. Everyone is paired up to their own group chat to make sure everyone is doing the homework, keeping each other accountable in order to get through these 5 days with actual implementation. All right. So with that said, tomorrow, I'm going to go over everything you need to know in order to find a winning software idea you can take to the bank. The reason why I have 8 Chrome extensions now, the reason why I have so many Chrome extensions is because I figured out how to find a winning software idea every single time. So if you are like, Kim, I want to come into this because I want my idea to be a winning software idea every single time that I can take to the bank. Show up tomorrow. It's happening 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's get excited. All right. So on the same brand as having a Chrome extension 5-day training, we have a Chrome extension that will let you follow through the 5 days without having you to scramble around for links. So the next point so I need you to do only 2 things, okay? This is extra. If you're an extra person, #extra, and I'll dive into this in just a little bit. But just to recap, post the commitment statement inside of the group, in the wall of the group. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to report back to Basecamp every single day. You and your team report back to Basecamp every single day. Basecamp is this link. It leads into the page that you signed up for the 5-day training. And so you're going to see it as a very familiar page. You scroll all the way down, and please post your most insightful aha moment inside of the comments. That is so that you can remember the aha moments of today, and you can make sure that, hey, like, this is what I learned today. This is the breakthrough in the way that I think, the way that I look at software. And oh my gosh, this is that insight, so that I can read it. I love to read your insight, as well as this counts towards you winning the scholarship and your team winning the software prizes I'm giving away. All right. So with that said, let me go back to here. If you want extra points for yourself and your team, download the extension that we have here. I'm going to drop the link, and it's going to give you the ability to go and jump into all the day's training, all the replays, appearing inside of this Chrome extension. This is for my group cover challenge. So it's just a matter of putting in your email, typing in Chromeboss in here once you download it, and you have to be on the computer. If you're on the mobile device right now, don't even worry about this right now. Go ahead and click into this so that when you come into, I think it's called, it's challenge. I put in the wrong code. You put in your name if you're on the computer, then you put in challenge, and it will pop up with the Chromeboss challenge for you. And that's like the extra level, the extra step, okay? So now I am going to make sure that I'm going to be in the comments and answer all the questions you have. I have a few minutes to stick around and answer some questions, but I'm going to make sure that all the questions that you have, there's no stone left unturned. There's no questions not answered throughout these 5 days, because I truly, truly want to bring your vision to life. I truly want you to carve out time during these 5 days, because I have published extensions in as little as 3 days. It's as little as 5 days. I've managed to be able to get subscribers in as little as 10 minutes going live. So I want you to be able to have that power, and you could be doing anything else right now. I want you to pat yourself on the back. The reason why you're here is because you finally want to have that passive income journey started. The best time to plant a tree is, right, 100 years from now. The next best time is today. So in the next, let's say 60 days, how many subscribers do you want underneath your belt? Let me know right now. Do you want 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers, all paying you $30 a month, $97 a month? Let me know what it is that you want to accomplish, and I'm going to be inside of the comments to make sure that that we get this handled for you, that you are able to go ahead and get your idea up, get the vision, bring your vision to life, and get subscribers for your own simple software business. And especially if you have no idea what to do, this is the 5-day challenge for you. We will be having VIP sessions in the evening. So if you want to be part of the VIP session, our very first VIP will be on day 2, that is tomorrow. And in the VIP session, we're going to do advanced training we're actually going to implement. So make sure if you want to be part of the VIP, hashtag VIP. All right, you guys, that is it for today's training. I'm going to go back to here. Take advantage of these 5 days to carve out time in order for you to really change the course of your life. I'm really excited that you guys are here. In order to earn more points to win the scholarship, make sure that you, number 1, do the homework before midnight. Number 2, make sure you're connected with your team before midnight today. And then number 3, tag a friend, tag a person that you know who would want to go through this training with you, and we will add that friend to your team so you guys will go in it together. So you're like, hey, I'm in a team, but I don't know anyone. Let's make sure that you go and tag your friend, and we'll be able to invite your friend to come into the 5-day training, because this is exclusively only for those who register in the 5-day training itself. All right. Okay, you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget to arrive bright and early or right on time to get this going. All right. See you. Thank you so much. I'll be in the comment section to answer your questions. Oh yeah. If you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.